Hot old broads.
Hot old ladies. No, we're not ladies.
We're broads.
Hot old bitches.
We're broads.
That's it.
Michelle, the Witch of Moon's Lane, and Moyra Major. How to witch, bitch.
Welcome to another episode of How to Witch Bitch. Michelle, the Witch of Moon's Lane. Hello.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Good.
Very good.
Right, today we're talking about, and I hope I'm going to pronounce this right,
Hecate.
Hecate. Where's the G?
Some say Hecate.
Yeah.
Hecate. I know, it just depends on where you are. It's Hecate, and some people spell it Hekate.
Okay.
Like Hecate.
Okay. And who is this particular person?
So this particular goddess is a goddess of crossroads. So here she is here. Mm-hmm. So she, as you can see, she's got two lambs. Mm. She also usually is traveling with two black dogs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so she always comes at crossroads. So if you think about someone that's in depression and things like that, she comes to them in crossroads of when they're making decisions, which is interesting that she has the black dog, because then you think about the Black Dog Institute, that's how they describe the depression. But yeah, so we'll talk about her.
Okay, we're going to get into her, which is very cool. On TikTok
Tiki-taka too.
Oh my gosh. TikTok.
Find my shoe.
Oh, goodness. Hello to Zoe, Laney J28, Havoc's Lady. Ooh. I had to put a name. Oh, that's hilarious. That's their name, is I had to put a name. Troy to B, and also on Instagram, Charisse Dickinson, Shannon Valance, and Diana Marquetta. Now, the episode about you showing off with your pig Latin was well received, apparently. Very educational. That's definitely a joke. Absolutely. Don't you? Yeah.
I had an old school friend reach out, and she said, I could never do that. And she said, I always used to, feel silly because you guys, because I had another school friend reach out and say, yeah, I remember when we used to do it. And I had another one said, I just used to pretend I knew what you're talking about.
Funny. That's so funny. I love it. You can also hit us up on Spotify as well. There's an English pagan witch who's hit us up, which is good. The maypole is often known as a representation of male and female energies coming together as the pole is thrust into the earth. The ribbons can represent different things and be woven into a spell.
Yep. I think we spoke about the maypole in episode, oh God.
There's been so many.
Two, I think. 2 or 3. You want to go back and have a listen? Also,
Veronica has said as well that she's powered through all the podcasts whilst doing her nightly chores. Once again, we're with someone as they're cleaning. Had my first calling at 5 and still remember it clearly some 40 years later. Talking about past lives, my 4-year-old who loves crystals, feathers and making spell jars often tells me stories about before you were my mum.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, okay.
We need to
have to chat with her.
Have a chat.
Absolutely. We do love all of your comments, so please keep them coming. And, of course, remember to share the podcast with anyone who loves stupid behaviour. All right, what are we talking about today?
All right, we're going to talk about Hecate. So she's an ancient goddess from the Greek religion. She's mostly associated with magic and witchcraft and mainly crossroads. So she is known as the maiden, mother and crone. So that's why a lot of witches like to use her as her deity. She often is representing, her symbols are normally layered. So she lights the way. That's why she's got the two candles on here. She rules the thresholds, the crossroads, the doorways, the transitions in life, birth, change and death. That's why she's often invoked in major life shifts. She gives guidance and protection. Even though she has an eerie association, she looks a bit scary, doesn't she?
She does.
She's very much about uncovering what's hidden. So she's a really good shadow goddess. So if you're wanting to bring forward and work with your shadow self, again, we were talking about the things that you need help with. Yeah. She's certainly there as well.
She has 4 arms, Michelle. She has 2 that are holding the candles, but then another 2 here, one holding a...
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a scorpion or is it a knife?
Yeah,
And then another...
So she has a knife. She has a knife, and she has a scorpion, and she has 2 black dogs that normally come with her. And she holds keys. So the keys are unlocking knowledgeable paths. So if you're finding that you're not getting something, you can call on this goddess, and she'll help you find it. So her number is 3. So she's the maiden, the mother, and the crone. She's also even was called upon through. When there was wars and things like that, so she was called upon to help them and light their way, especially in battlefields where they were feeling that they couldn't see anything, and she was known as the mother to come to light the way. So often people would recite her in hymns in the pagans and speak their intentions out loud. She was known as an oracle. Now, she loves the offerings of garlic and honey.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's what you'd put on the altar for her, for bringing her. The shadow work is a really good thing for her when you call upon her to help you through a dark passage. But let's have a look. I did do a guide of what you could do so that sort of everyone can look up. But basically today, witches will use her as a symbol of inner strength. They bring her into their intuition, and if they're wanting to transform something, she's a great deity to continue through the unknown, especially if you're wanting courage to move forward with something that you feel seeming is not clear. Now, what you'll need is a candle and a quiet space, a key, which is really good, and a paper and pen. What's really good, if you've got a decision to make, again, you call her out and you write down what the decision is, and you light the candle, you let the candle blow out, and then you pop the actual piece of paper go towards you, and you put it under your bed, under your pillow, and you sleep on it. So you know when the old saying of sleep on it? Yeah, so sleep on it. So I want you to sleep on it, and you'll find that through that night that you've called, that she will either bring a dream or she'll bring something, or in the morning you'll feel that, okay, this has been worked out, I know what to do, intuitively it will happen. So I often do that. That's a really easy way to just sort of bring her in. I do crossroads if I'm feeling like I've got a decision to make and I don't know what to do. But she's the one that sits on my altar, so I brought her from home.
So when you say, just to go back as well, if you missed it along the way, when you're saying to call her in, to bring her in, what do you do to do that?
Well, it just depends. To me, and not everybody's sort of wanting to call her in, you just call her name. So you light a candle and you take a moment to settle. And the goal here is not to focus on anything supernatural, but just focus on the fact that you have a decision to make. So what I'm trying to do is just for every normal, everyday person out there that's not really into witchcraft, doesn't want to get out and do a big circle and call her in and things like that.
Get nude in the moonlight.
Yeah, get nude in the moonlight. This is more about wanting a specific, here we go again. Question answered. So you just call her in at crossroads, and you can say, guide me as I stand between paths, help me see clearly as I cannot see or understand my own. You can even hold a key if you want to, put the key under your pillow as well so she can access the key. But really, at the end of the day, it's about you asking her to come through. You blow the candle out before you go to bed, you fold the paper 3 times towards you with the question that you need help with, and then you pop it under your bed. So it's a bit like a prayer. So, I mean, a lot of people go to bed, before they go to bed, they do a prayer. This is just a way of doing it to bring in the deity, on it. And you sleep on it. So everything we know, like you don't argue before you go to bed. No. You often sleep on something. Everything's much better in the morning. But if you've actually made a conscious effort to call in the keeper of the crossroads to help you with a key, with the knowledge, you will wake up in the morning and have a more clear, decisive answer of where you should go.
Wonderful. We'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well.
And a lot of people do have her as their deity if they're working with deities. I have her on my, I call her in, and the other goddess I like to work with is Isis as well. If you want to do something more traditional, like the witches out there are wanting to do something more traditional, then you can just take leave offerings to crossroads, and you can recite, ask me or ask for protection from her if you wanted to do something like that. Hecate's a really good thing too. If you've ever got a problem and you want to get rid of a problem, you can actually go to crossroads yourself. So you actually go to a
physical crossroad.
A physical crossroad. You take your leaves and you sprinkle your leaves around and you say, I call in Hecate, I call in, come now and help me. You can even have a key with you with that, and ask the question at the crossroads when it's more about being the symbols, things like that. Symbolic. There we go. That's something you can certainly do as well. So if you've got any stories or you've got any pictures of your altar, and if you do have Hecate on there, send them in so we can actually have a look at that as well, because we were going to talk about, other altars and other goddesses and things like that. But, I do work with her, but as I said, I work with Isis too, so we might want to bring her in as well, and I'll come up with...
And every altar would be incredibly personal as well.
That's right.
It's for you, it's for what you believe in as well. So, if you'd like to share those photos with us, we can discuss it, and we can even maybe get you on the podcast to talk about why you've chosen those things for your altar.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Star Girl, get ready.
All right, let's have a look at the stars. I've got an itchy nose. All righty. Aries, momentum picks up, but not everything needs to be rushed. You'll get further by choosing your battles wisely instead of charging at everything at once. I understand that because I'm an Aries. Taurus. There's a focus on self-worth and what you truly value. You might reassess a comment, financial or emotional load this week, and make a decision that is better supported long-term through comfort. Makes no sense.
No, it does.
It does? Yeah. Sort of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you miss words.
No, I didn't miss words. I didn't write it down properly, I don't think. Okay, all right. What it means is commit to financial and emotional gains and make a decision that will be long-term, that will give you comfort. Okay, guys, that's what that means.
Yep.
All right, I did not write that down properly.
Clarify
My brain was going very quickly. Gemini, it is your season and you will feel it. Confidence and curiosity are high, making this a great time to start something new or put yourself out there more boldly. Cancer, a quieter, more reflective mood sets in. You may prefer your own space, using this time to process recent events and recharge before things pick up again. Leo, connections matter this week. Whether it's friendships or networks, someone around you could open a door. If you're willing to celebrate or even lead or go through it, enjoy. Virgo, you're being noticed, especially in work or responsibilities. That does not make sense. That is you. Every time I come to you, I screw it up.
I'm being noticed at work and responsibilities. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, you're being noticed, especially at work.
Okay.
And the responsibilities that you have. That's interesting. They're noticing you.
Okay.
It's a chance to step up. Are you kidding? Who wrote this shit?
You did.
I did. But also a reminder not to be overly critical of yourself in the process. Oh my God, that is so true about you.
Okay.
That is so
And
great. I'm really good at this shit.
Did it say I have to step up?
Yeah.
How much more can I step up?
That's what I'm laughing about. It's a chance to step up.
But would that mean...
But it's also a reminder not to be overly critical of yourself in the process. Yeah. I understand that, right? Yeah. I understand the fact that you've been stepping up for ages and that you're obviously, your 100% is someone's, like, your 100%... No, that's not...
My 5% is someone's 100%.
No, it's the other way around. Someone's 100% is your 150%. So therefore you can be self-critical of everything that you're doing, which is ridiculous because technically you should just step up and just not worry about it because you're doing more than what everybody else is doing anyway. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it was good. You're good at this.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Libra, you're craving a change of scenery or mindset. Even small shifts like learning something new or breaking routine can refresh your perspective in a big way. Scorpio, intensity rises, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. You're being pushed to confront something honestly, which can lead to a powerful breakthrough. Sagittarius, relationships take center stage. You may need to meet someone halfway or have an important conversation that clears the air. Capricorn, daily routines and habits are in focus. This is a strong week for getting organised, improving health habits or streamlining your workload. Aquarius, creativity and self-expression are highlighted. You're encouraged to do something just for the joy of it without overthinking the outcome. Pisces, home and personal life come into focus, whether it's a family you're living with or your living space, emotional foundations. There's an opportunity to create more comfort and stability. And that is your stars.
Well done. Well done. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. Make sure you share the podcast with your friends. And also don't forget, Take 5 magazine. It is out on the shelves this week. We are in it. It's hilarious. They contacted us about doing a bit of an interview with them. And then also, I think one of the girls at the magazine is obviously a very eager listener to our podcast. So we've had to send them photos and do stories and everything else. So make sure that you go and get a Take 5 magazine. Check us out in there. You know, we're multimedia now.
Oh,
Look
we
at
are.
us go.
Look at us
Go.
as hot old broads.
Hot old ladies. No, we're not ladies.
We're broads.
Hot old bitches.
We're broads.
That's it. All right. Feel free to rate your favourite on your favourite podcast
Blah, blah.
platform as well. Blah, blah, blah.
5
Tonight.
stars.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Woodwork Podcasts.
Mobile podcast recording. woodworkpodcasts.com.au